But yeah, going back to talking about that plan, that means Boomie has a ton of information at his disposal. We've seen him play so many characters over the years. So I think if anybody is going to have surprises and things that Wilson might not be ready for, I think Boomie is probably the best player for that right now. This might be real. I have heard rumblings from Boomie that he might be playing Vrax. Now, this was before the D-Light In-Light nerf, so he doesn't have that, but he still does have neutral. I'm going to whisper this because I don't know if I can divulge this information. Don't tell anybody that I said this. If you hit a grounded neutral air into neutral signature, that is true on the index Vrax.
Ooh,
now,
maybe we'll see if that comes out.
Now, I was telling him going into this that if he hits in like white or yellow health, Insig, GC Insig on Lance, that I would give him like $5 or $10. And I upped that with Creed, that if he hits that, I'll give both of them $20. There's the Insig right there. Beautiful. So much damage that Boomie is able to put out with these signatures on this Vrax. Oh my gosh.
It is
He's making this
departure.
Almost look like it's a button check with the amount that he's hitting that neutral signature.
He's hitting so many signatures from this Vrax. Again, going for these neutral signatures onto STTP Wilson. Wilson underneath, though, able to avoid those neutral signatures.
I think Cody Travis is his name, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask him after that. Now, one thing...
I see no neutral signature on that soft platform. But
one thing that will not work for Boomie here as much against Wilson is he has the lower defensive Vrax. Because he's using the deck stance, he's going to be at least stuck on 4 defense. I don't think it takes away from defense. But he's going to be on 4 defense. And with how often Wilson is able to hit signatures 4 kills, like that, we could see very early kills coming out if Wilson is able to place those signatures really well. Boomie doesn't have the defense on his side, but he does have that D-Light into the gravity cancel neutral heavy, almost taking out off the top. Vrax also having lower force as well, so those neutral signatures, they do put out a buttload of damage, but setting up in that 45-degree angle, he's sending his opponent as far as he possibly has to get the kill, and with a little bit lower force.
Wilson with some great follow-ups, 2 neutral sigs in a row. Goes for a 3rd one, but Boomie's able to avoid it. We're seeing Wilson taking a page out of Boomie's book, just going for the neutral sigs. Might just be a neutral sig war. Whoever missteps and goes into the sky will get caught.
There's the D-Light into the In-Light. He's trying to probe with these neutral signatures. That is just going to be so successful for him on this map if Wilson wants to retreat over those soft platforms.
Oh, Boomie with the punish. Completely read that side signature. Was able to jump into a ground pound, but backed off. Wanted to cover the corner with the down signature.
Almost picks up the side air, but Wilson was in the dead zone. He punishes immediately with that side signature of his own. Even though he was all the way on the left, that lower defensive Vrax sent him into that blast zone on the right. Wilson's getting closer to kill percent. It's going to take a little bit more damage, though, if Boomie wants to get the kill, unless he picks up something huge. That side signature, apparently not. That has actually really solid force on it. Very good signature there for Vrax. He's going to keep rolling right on with this. Vrax's signature kit, real dang good.
Yeah, he is really showing off that signature kit. Almost every single of...
You heard that right. That is a Caspian lock-in coming out from Wilson.
Okay.
Last time we saw a strange character swap.
He went to Fate.
It didn't work out.
And he
so
lost.
Well. Yeah.
Well, he was like close in damage to Sandstorm, but yeah, this is Wilson throwing darts at a board at this point. He's seeing the writing on the wall, and I don't think Wilson had a game plan for Vrax from Boomie. Wilson is the type of player who will have a game plan for most players, but I don't think Vrax was in his game plan. So.
And with this possible surprise Vrax pick, I think that's a double whammy in Boomie's favor. Of Wilson's not necessarily going to know where to dodge to avoid the signatures, and he's not really going to have as much experience against Lance either, a weapon that isn't played as much. Now, Wilson does play Artemis, so he has that first-hand experience playing with Lance, but not as much playing against Lance.
Boomie just trying to go for all these signatures, utilizing this soft platform to his advantage. Still just poking forward with these signatures.
Like, all of these almost looks like Boomie's trolling, but 100% he's definitely not. Ooh, if Wilson, that's a kill. Yeah. That's a kill right there. And that's a big lead for Wilson.
That is one of the things that he can do with these gauntlets is punish that recovery from below. Most other weapons will have to punish from above, but he has that opportunity to stay underneath it, just hit that nair, and completely shut it down.
Wilson, again, he is a ground general. He stays grounded so often, doesn't go off stage very much. That is a very free punish coming out from Wilson. Boomie's going to have to, like, kind of start being careful with these signatures, because he's getting punished.
By careful, you mean use more signatures.
He's getting punished a lot for them.
He's going into signature, into wake-up signature. He's using signatures like light attack at
Yeah.
this point. Like, he is basically using them as his main tool, and
it's not working.
He's getting punishes. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's definitely starting to open them up.
Wilson is punishing quite a bit. It's not like, oh, Boomie has all this room to work with and he just has to hit one signature. Like, no, he's basically in kill percent right now against a very high-strength character from a player who utilizes signatures really well. Like, it's not working.
Good movement from Boomie. Changing up the play style, starting to bring out a little bit more of that light kit. Wilson going for the signature over the corner, couldn't quite get the hit, and suddenly Boomie back in this. The whip will kill Boomie with that gravity cancel down signature, killing an orange.
Yeah, that signature has a ton of force. It used to be, like, insane. Like, you could kill early stages of orange with that, and now it's just sort of really good.
I would see it on, like, Twilight, where Vraxis would sit on that Twilight Island and just cover that corner. Nice side air from Wilson will even it up.
Delaying that weapon spawn for Boomie. That's going to take away maybe a lot of how Boomie wants to play this Vraxis. If he doesn't have a weapon, he doesn't have signature options, and he doesn't have really strong signature options. He has the heavy attack kit on unarmed, but definitely not as strong as Vrax 6. There is the neutral signature. Gets the down. He's going to do it again!
Still close to Wilson, going for the off stage. Got a lot of damage off that moment. And he's going to be going right back to this lance. Going in again, going for the neutral signature.
GC side sig gets punished with a down air. Now he's able to use these Vrax D-Sigs on this lance just like he is with Diana when she has her guns. It does the two blasts out front, grabs, and then whips around behind.
Got that reversal.
What a weird match.
Great movement around it, though. He's doing a really good job of getting hits onto Boomie. He's winning in the neutral, but he's not getting the biggest punishes on top of it, so Boomie effectively is trading in his advantage just because signatures do a little bit more damage.
What a goofy match coming out from Wilson and Boomie. Like, it almost doesn't look like they're two of the best players in the game right now, but they absolutely are. And
the side air.
Boomie playing this weird and this strange.
It's very unorthodox, and it's something that, like I said earlier, you can't plan for this.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that you had this in your expectations for this top 3.
I wouldn't want to play a full game against somebody who is playing like that. Like, that just feels super draining. Because it's like, what signature? Oh, another one? Oh, another one? Oh, another one? I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this. Why is he still doing this? He just killed me with it. Like, I could feel that being very tilting, but Wilson has a very strong mental game, which is why he was able to take it still to last stock red.
I mean, when Wilson first started in the game, he was the one who would do that. Right?
Yeah.
He was the one who would break you mentally. So for Boomie to try to do that to Wilson, it's going to be a tall task. But at the same time, Boomie's just doing such a great job with this lance as a whole, getting so much damage built up. If Wilson tries to go stack the downlight into neutral light from Boomie, such a strong option.
Wilson's got to be quick with his punishes too. Like, he is getting punishes absolutely for sure, but sometimes he's not quite quick enough. Because of that huge dexterity, Vrax by design has lower recovery on his signatures.
Wilson with a little bit of a misstep going to the right side. Nice job getting underneath, has disarmed Boomie. Gonna try to control this weapon, but Boomie gets past, gets the side air, gets the blasters, can't quite get the side signature.
I would say that side signature is probably Vrax's most punishable one because it locks you in more active frames than like virtually anything else, and it's not like the side sig on Lance where it at least moves you out of the way. Like, you move just a little bit. So the side sig, I don't think we're going to see Boomie spamming that one because that's going to be pretty easy to punish for Wilson.
I mean, it does seem like Boomie's more Lance focused as a whole with this Vrax pick. Looking for the down sig, but the platform's moving up and Wilson's going low.
Wilson's doing a better job of maintaining the lead that he got in the very beginning. He has Boomie in kill percent. He's up a full stock right now. Is this going to turn into 6 spam? Like, That would actually be really funny, but
Highest
also
level.
like Boomie's an extremely smart player.
Yeah.
This goes back to the old days of like when he played Azoth and would throw out like 60% signatures. We've already talked about how Wilson is amazing with the signatures on whatever character he wants to play. So like it's not devolving into a sig spam fest by two not very good players at this game. Like they're really good at using signatures.
It's not just throwing them out wildly and just hoping that eventually the opponent is going to make a misstep. You're seeing Boomie kind of poke forward with it, and then whenever he whiffs, he's trying to cover himself either with another neutral signature or with like a downlight neutral.
Yep. We might see a little bit of a return to just standard gameplay here. Boomie very comfortable with guns, as you've seen so much of his career. So he likely won't be using as many signatures, which will probably have Wilson not use as many signatures as well. Nice punish on that neutral signature. There's the recovery, almost going to kill off the top. That lower strength of Vrax. Oh my God, Boomie's just going to fall to his death.
He split the difference, went right past the soft platform and the hard platform, and fell to his death. And immediately you saw the swap to Diana. I guess he recognized that Wilson was really learning how to beat out the Vrax.
Let's see if we get a replay. Yeah, there's the recovery. He did the chase dodge up, and he was grayed out right before that.
Close to that.
Even though he's utilizing that black color scheme, you can see that his character was grayed out just a little bit, meaning he doesn't have any more jumps. He used that chase dodge up, wasn't able to get a dodge to use over to the wall in time once he's on that in-air cooldown.
And Wilson sticking with the Caspian as Boomie swaps over to the Diana. And the big thing for Boomie here is that Wilson has just spent 3 games learning how to beat Vrax.
Yep.
He has no information on Boomie's Diana beyond the information he had prior to this set. Meanwhile, Boomie's had 2 games to learn how Wilson's going to play this Caspian. So there's just a significant information advantage to him.
Yeah. Wilson's information is a lot more worthwhile. Sorry, Boomie's information on Wilson is a lot more worthwhile now. Wilson's is all but worthless at this point. But he's going to open up big, saying, I haven't revealed all of my hand yet.
I haven't shown you all my Caspian cards. I've seen the splash art. Nice downlight into neutral sig, though. This is that's a thing that Boomie's been doing very consistently, and it's been working well for him.
Positioning just over on that corner, tipping down a little bit onto the wall.
Maybe trying to bait Wilson over, but Wilson, again, not the
Yeah,
type of player.
he's going for the D-Sig. He's going for the bow D-Sig. He started to queue up the first one, but he didn't get hitboxes out quite in time, but he GC'd the second one.
3 side lights from Wilson was all he got out of that. Not quite enough damage. Great neutral air follow-up off the recovery. Wilson, I honestly didn't know a lot about Wilson's gauntlets coming into this, but Wilson's gauntlets looking real clean.
Yep. He is winning the neutral against Boomie right now on Boomie's flagship character. He has a full stock lead on Boomie at this point here in the losers finals. Nice neutral sig. He did that before. He did that exact
not enough.
same thing before the neutral signature into the chase dodge ground pound.
And now they are even completely off that 3 hit for the kill from Boomie. Completely outspacing that bow downline.
Wilson possibly on tournament stock right now. 2-1 in this set, in this best of 5. Wilson's going to have to take out this stock if he wants to stay alive in this tournament, if he wants to go back up into the winner's bracket to get the run back.
Sidelight goes for the side signature. Wilson with the punish from above.
There's the nair. Again, no real pressure off stage. He has to be worried about Boomie's bow off stage. Like we've seen Boomie's off stage bow edge guards.
Scary.
They are absolutely nuts. Yeah, man. Him placing those dares with that extended range, he places them so well like a surgeon. There's a neutral light coming out from Wilson. Nice neutral sig while Boomie was on that soft platform. Well, you're seeing those signatures come out.
Unfortunately, that side air bounced him off of the main stage, so it is going to send him a little bit upward instead of downward, where Wilson could have gone for some sort of pressure with just like a weapon toss.
Boomie's in kill percent at this point, but he's putting out the damage onto Wilson.
That was close.
Oh.
Yeah, can't punish that one.
Boomie's got to be really careful with how he wants to throw those out. He was throwing those out a little bit raw earlier in
Nice
his
side
previous
air.
sets. That's going to be the
Wilson.
side air. Wilson staying alive.
One game left between the two of them. This can go either direction, and Boomie had such an interesting start with the Vrax pick. He was looking so strong, was up 2 games. And I'm hearing boos. What is it?
I don't know what
It's
they're
not a
booing
pick.
about.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
what they're
someone
booing at.
hovered something goofy.
Oh, he said something to the crowd. Wilson, one of my favorite characters in the Brawlhalla esports universe.
These are some personalities in the Brawlhalla.
Boomie also another one of my favorite characters in the Brawlhalla esports universe. I'm glad this is coming down to Game 5. That's awesome.
And with the Caspian pick on Wilson, Wilson has
Yeah,
played
we've seen
Ragnar for a while now.
huge variation from both players here, going over into the Caspian, straying away from that axe, straying away from that Ragnar. And then, of course, we saw the almost out of left field pick of Vrax coming out from Boomie and a complete playstyle shift coming out from Boomie as well.
Great positioning from Boomie with the blasters. This is the Boomie blasters that we have known him for.
Now, you saw Boomie throw out that neutral signature on those blasters, going to cover that soft platform a little bit. Wilson is also going to have that neutral signature opportunity on the gauntlets as he throws that little bomb up at that 45-degree angle. I don't think it's not quite as strong of a signature, though.
Still a scary one. He also can do it with the guitars, as you saw those 3 guitars.
Oh, picks
he's
it
able
up!
to pick it up.
It wasn't the initial frames that picked it up. It was sort of the final ones towards the end. He really had to chase after Wilson for that off of that D-light.
He's making Wilson make the approach. No weapons will spawn.
He
until
can
Wilson moves
literally
forward.
delay. Well, not infinitely. The game will be over soon in about 7 minutes or so. But yeah, not only does that delay weapon spawn, but Boomie is ahead in stock. So even if he tries for the timeout, never mind. 2 nairs.
He is nodding. He's like, yeah, I just did that. Wilson completely evening it up off of those 2 nairs.
See Boomie trying to poke with those side lights, trying to catch the vertical approach now from Wilson. Tries to go for that down signature. No actual punish. Wilson happened to neutral light the wrong way.
Nice neutral signature from Wilson. Went for a second one. Recoveries from underneath. Wilson playing right underneath Boomie, and it is working so incredibly well. He's looking for the second one. Looking for the neutral signature. Boomie has him off stage.
Wilson's neutral is so good. Oh my gosh, his neutral's so good. And if Boomie wants to stay off those soft platforms, like Wilson has down light, that's really good for that. He has the neutral signature, that's really good for that. Boomie was on that long soft platform, and Wilson was just poking him from below, stabbing his feet with those guitars. The weapon toss, Wilson going to go down low. Oh, saving that recovery for the last possible moment to get back. Both players in the red on their second stock in this Game 5. It's going to be the neutral signature from Boomie. That's going to give him just a little bit of a lead here.
He's going to juggle. Can't deny that weapon spawn. But yeah, just the slightest lead for Boomie, but he's going to try to widen this gap as much as possible because this is Game 5, tournament stock for Wilson.
Ooh, there's the side air, the weapon toss. Not going to quite bonk Boomie on the head.
One more hit.
He's going to wait. Ooh, he's going to commit heavily with the ground pound, but he's still going to be able to pull out of the ground pound, go into the recovery for the kill, and we're basically dead even. Tournament stock for both of these players.
This can go either direction. Boomie was the favorite coming into this, but you can never sleep on Wilson. Wilson is always a surprise.
Both of these players are grand finals material. Sandstorm going to be waiting in grand finals to face one of these two. Will it be Boomie? Will it be Wilson? This game really starting to slow down. Both of these players know exactly what is on the line. Both of them have such a strong neutral game. Going all but even right now. Boomie has just a little bit of a lead. He's still maintaining that teeny tiny lead that he had before.
Oh, recovery!
Not going to be enough yet.
Yeah.
That high ceiling
Yeah.
on Great
High
Hall.
ceiling, another
This
one.
one might be. That's going to be
Boomie.
it. Boomie takes out Wilson off the top of Great Hall with a Blaster's recovery. Boomie going to be moving back on. Had a very long and tough road to get here, taking out Wilson. Wilson beating his previous record of placement on LAN. It previously was 4th. Now it is 5th. Not 5th. Third. I don't know why I want to keep
Numbers,
putting
bro.
Wilson in 5. Maybe it's because I think Wilson is a 5 out of 5 player.
He is a